Hi, my name is Parson Azari. In this quick video, I'm going to review a call I closed for $6,000 in 27 minutes. So let's just go ahead and jump right in.
Sorry, I need to turn the volume up. Sorry.
All good, bro. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. Where are you based out of?
Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nice. I like it. I'm in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, really? Have you?
Yeah.
Have you always been there?
Bro, I moved here like 5-6 years ago, but I'm here like 6 months a year. The other 6 months I'm traveling. This year I want to go to Scottsdale and London. Yeah.
Nice. Scottsdale is where Bridge is based out of, right?
Yeah, Bridger and Scott.
So Bridger is the offer owner, and right off the gate I can say two things about this call. First thing is I would never put the camera above myself if you're looking down to the camera. Try to always have it in your eye level or slightly below. Second thing is, depending on the offer, I would say just jump right into it. This was a offer with younger guys, coaching them, getting into sales 18 to 25. So the intro part took longer. But if it's a business offer you guys are selling, I would just jump right in. Hey bro, how's it going? Great. I see you're in Virginia. Yeah. Where are you? I'm in Canada. Cool. I know we have 1 hour. I'm ready to just jump right in. And you just start.
That's cool.
This guy takes a bit long.
So, bro, let's go ahead and jump in. Do you have a pice of paper, pen, something to take?
Yeah. I can.
I mean, honestly, it didn't take that much
Get a
long.
pen real quick.
So it's fine. But right off the gate, I said,
Yeah, so
do you have a piece of paper, pen, to see if they're
So,
in the
bro, this
buying
is going to
state?
be a 1 hour call. I'm
Send
going
the
to
pen.
basically kind of interview you to see how and if we can help you, if you're a good fit. And then if I think you're a good fit, I'll offer you a spot for mentorship by Bridger. And then we get started. So, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I like it, bro. So, bro, first question.
And notice how I frame the call as an interview to see if you're a good fit for what we do. Already put ourselves as a higher status instead of, yeah, so the call is to see really we can help you and if you like to work with us. No.
What made you decide to book the call with us?
So I saw. I go to James Madison University, in Virginia. I'm a student there right now. I'm in business school. But there's a guy that I saw on a YouTube video that I recognized going to my school. I saw him I came across his YouTube video where Bridger was interviewing him on his podcast or his YouTube show or whatever. It seemed interesting. I'm a big Alex Hormozi guy.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you know who that is.
Bro, I know I got both of his books here.
I got one over here. Right here. I got
Nice.
1 million offers right on the.
Best book.
See, this isn't me trying to get him to like me. It's just having a combo, right?
It's the best book, man. I'm almost done with $100 million leads too. But anyway, he always says that sales is a great place to start when you're trying to get your foot into the business world. And for me, I just got my real estate license. And that's kind of my plan is to go into real estate. But then I saw this and I was like, I might as well hear you guys out because it seems like a really interesting opportunity. And I also my plan to go is in real estate. I do like the idea of being remote. Doing sales remotely. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
So, here is from data gathering, right? I know he wants to go do real estate in the future, but he likes to be remote. And one thing and he's high on the buying scale, right? He's not I don't know who you guys are, what you guys do. He already watched a couple of YouTube videos, so he's a bit warmer.
So, you want to do real estate, but you know that you need sales skills regardless, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if you know Ty Lopez, but he says that's the king skill set.
Oh, absolutely.
This is unnecessary.
This is something that for me is a lot about the skills I could acquire, and networking, more than just about the amount of money I make right now. Because I'm playing a long-term game, if you know what I mean. I'm
learning season, not earning.
Yes, sir. I don't have a ton of money right now, but that's okay, man. I'm just trying to learn basically.
Okay. So what are you doing to make money right now?
See, this guy is already in a pretty good mindset, right? So the next thing I try not to do, because this is a one call close, is that I'm trying to see if it's qualified, if he has the money and the finance.
So I worked. So this summer I worked as a data specialist. I only really
and also to see if there's any pain there we can tap into.
Worked 10 hours a week just to get some amount of money, just so I would have enough to have food for my apartment at college this year. and just get some other work experience. The rest of my time this summer before I went to school was spent getting my real estate, was like working on my real estate license, making sure that was up to date. I invested I would say $1,000 into ClickFunnels. So by Russell Brunson, I got the ClickFunnels software, and right now I'm setting up some funnels for the real estate company I would be working for. So that's kind of like what I've been working on. I'm just like I bought all the books from ClickFunnels, trying to just learn everything I can.
Okay.
So that's
How was
kind of
your experience? How was your experience?
So I only have that one data specialist job. I worked for 7 years. I started when I was 14. And I've worked summers and falls. I mean, I worked some fall, some summers. But either way, I've been working for a season at a time. It's for football. So I work like summer or fall because that's football season.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Are you currently charging for the funnels, or is it like for free to get the learning experience and the case studies?
So I bought it for like. Oh, you mean like am I charging for the funnels?
Yeah, the one you're building.
So I haven't charged none of them. Like this is a very new thing. Like I started building them a few weeks ago. I bought the whole thing, and none of them have gone live because partially is because I'm not the business owner, so I have to get a lot of stuff approved before I can go live. So like I sent all my ideas to them. Like I sent 3 funnels over to the real estate company, but they still have to like touch it up a little bit, just with their graphic design skills before they go live. And then I would end up getting like paid if if it does well, but I haven't made anything from that yet.
Yeah, okay, no upfront fees or anything. Okay, yeah, makes sense. You're pretty new. And bro, the reason I'm asking about
And I just went direct, right? Because this guy already knows us, already trusts us, and he came to us. So I just go straight. I'm like, how are you planning to afford this? And the reason I did this with this offer is because we were working with some younger guys, and what we found is like we would get to the end of the call and then they wouldn't have money, or it would come off as an objection. But if you handle that in the discovery portion, and you know how much the guy has and how much he doesn't have, how much his expenses are, when it goes to the end and they give you the finance objection, you just tell them like, bro, you told me you have this much, blah, blah, blah. What is actually going on? So it gets you closer to truth. And the goal isn't to close them. The goal is to get to truth and figure out what's best for them.
finances is because obviously, you know, like you've always like invested in the mentorship in the past by Russell Brunson. So there isn't like investment involved. So I want to see if you have like some money cash saved up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton, but like I do have. I mean, the form I filled out said low to mid 4 figures, and I said yes. I don't want to say exactly how much. I've listened to some sales podcasts. It says not to make the first offer, but yeah, I do have. I did check the box for the mid to low 4 figures.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, like we have one pricing. I'll get into it if I offer you a spot.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you have some finances, we can possibly get you in on a scholarship. I'll show you what that will look like. But first, let's see like if you're a good fit, and then we go.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm not assuming.
See, I got the frame back again, and then see what he says.
And that would be my then.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
bro, so tell me, like in 90 days, what are you hoping to get out of this?
And see how it's not scripted. I'm just like trying to see what he's doing, what his goal, how he found us. Really, like simple combo between 2 guys. It's not even a like sales call. And I'm trying to see like where he wants to go.
So 90 days. I basically like the biggest thing is just the skills to learn how to close, learn sales, and just I love the idea of the network of other people with similar aspirations. For me, the money piece isn't a huge part for me at this point. In terms of like I don't feel like I need to be making millions of dollars right now, but it's like I do want a little bit just because I want to kind of get some ground under my feet. In terms of cash, I invested more than I earned this summer. I'll put it that way in terms of like different learning things.
Give me a number.
In terms of like how much? I mean, I didn't again. I was like.
The reason I said give me a number, even though he's like, yeah, I want to learn skill set and network and stuff, because those things are intangible. And we want to make it tangible. Whatever you guys are studying, you need to make it tangible. Yeah, I want to lose weight. Okay, how much exactly do you want to lose? What do you like to look like? You need to bring it to real life. It needs to be measurable. Even with the goals that you set, right? Oh, I want to make money. I want to make $100,000 in 20 days, right? Like, that's the sort of goals. So I'm making it tangible.
No, how much do you want to be making in 90 days?
Oh, in 90 days? $5,000 to $10,000 a month.
Okay, that's doable, bro. Have you checked out like the results our students are?
Now that I have more experience, I can say that like when you ask this part, it can tell you about their beliefs around money too. Notice how he went like, yeah, 5 to 10,000. It's like he had doubt he wasn't really doubtful, but some people they're like, yeah, I mean, if I can make 4,000, that would be super great. And you need to address it. It's like, okay, why so low? Like, is that what you want to be making, or is that what you think is possible? And you go around their belief around money, because if you're selling something for 6,000, it's hard for some people to justify spending like 6,000 to make 3,000 a month after 90 days. You need to get the number higher, and it needs to be actually doable. Like 5 to 10K, it's doable.
So are you familiar?
And I
Did
go
you do
into
some research?
testimonial.
I did some research yesterday. I saw
To build up
I don't
certain-
know if you know David Weiner.
Yeah, I know David.
David, so that's the guy that I have a lot of mutual friends with him.
Oh.
I actually sent him a text a couple weeks ago to ask him about just closing, and like he didn't respond to me. Like I'm sure he has a ton of stuff going on. I didn't take offense. But I saw his interview. I saw he was making a good amount of money.
Yeah.
I've seen you on I watched your interview.
Nice.
With
Power of
I've
content,
seen the
guys.
kind of money you're making, which is awesome.
Even if you're a
That's cool.
closer,
Thanks, bro.
But yeah, no, for sure. I have seen that, yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. Quick like story. So I was working in car sales. I didn't like it. So same as you, but I knew like sales is the most important skill.
this is just human, right? I'm like, I felt the vibe with this guy. I wouldn't say this on every call. That's why I say scriptless is the best. But I'm like, he's a pretty chill guy. He's kind of like where I was last year. So let me give him a quick story. So I tell
And I'm
him
like, okay, what should I do? I got a job in car sales because I didn't know the high ticket remote sales, you know?
Yes, sir.
And then I found Breezer. Bro, I maxed out my credit card. Literally, bro. Maxed out my credit card. Fuck. That was And then I started working with him. He placed me in a company, adspend.com. It was like for Brian Roncada. I was working there for a while. And then like I became really close with Breezer. Like I went to Scottsdale, met him. We're going to Miami in September. And he's like, dude, like your skill sets are good. And you've been through my program, you know it works, you have the conviction. Because that conviction, bro, is a really important thing in sales too. I'm sure you watch Alex on.
By the way, the small thing is I wouldn't have my phone here.
What do you seen him say that?
Oh, absolutely.
And he's like, dude, just come work with me. So here I am.
Yes, sir. I just like if I could ask a follow-up question to that real quick.
Yeah.
How much time, like obviously when you got into that, how much time did you like? Was it because you were like new to the program? You got a lot of time with Bridger because does he have a lot of students? Like, it feels like it'd be difficult for him to really like mentor everyone at once.
I mean, he's not gonna talk to you like one-on-one every day, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you're gonna have access to him one-on-ones though. You get to send him a text, and he responds pretty fast.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And you have
Yeah.
the students inside. They have 3 group coaching.
Now, see the unnecessary story that I said, bring this up, but this was like one of the possible objections at the end. And the way I would answer this right now is whenever a prospect asks you a question, you need to know why they're asking so you can answer it correctly, right? So I would have asked like, yeah, cool, bro. I mean, what's the specific reason you're asking so I can make sure I give you the best answer? And then he's like, yeah, because it's really important for me to like have one-on-ones with Breezer. I would be like, yeah, cool, you're gonna get one-on-ones. You know what I'm saying?
Thing called the week with Breezer. And we keep it small, bro. Like, we're really picky about who we let inside. Like, that's why I'm interviewing you. So there's only like 10, 15 people on the group coaching call. So you get your questions answered, your call reviews, everything you need. So
Yes,
don't
sir.
worry about that, bro. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, bro. So let me ask you this: how coachable?
And I took the frame again. Now, maybe here I would have, like when he was talking, I would let him go because he would have maybe asked another question. But in my head, I changed the frame because whoever asks the question, they're in control. So I'm like, okay, let me turn it up to him. Are you coachable? Because we're gonna give you the resources.
And committed audience.
So I am very like I want again. I just want to learn. I really want to learn sales skills. I will say I feel like one negative in terms of is I am in business school, and I have classes Monday through Friday from about like 2 to 6 p.m. And it's pretty like at least for the first week is like if you miss a class you're basically dropped from the course. And that's very like my parents really like. And I think I agree. It's important finishing college at least while I'm not making any money right now is really important. And I do really want to get a degree, and so I will like that is something that is a negative about me is like I would work like morning, you know what I mean? It was like I would be available pretty much most of the other time, but that like 2 to 6 o'clock in the afternoons is tough, you know.
How many hours a day, realistically, can you promise me that you're gonna put into this?
I think I could probably work about probably 20 to 25 hours a week.
Okay. That's doable, bro. That's doable. We have people working part-time, 20 to 25 hours. It's good. It's good. How focused are you? Like, because some people, their 20 hours is like 5 hours. You get what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. No, I think I'm very, I feel I'm very driven. I'm ready to I don't want to get out of college and work a 9 to 5 job, man. But so that's why I got my real estate license, you know, to hope that I don't have to do that.
Good.
But yes, sir.
is like having location and time freedom a big thing for you?
I think at least in the future it will be for
Okay.
sure.
Do you think like real estate is gonna have that?
I think this was unnecessary.
Sorry.
Do you think real?
Instead, I would have been down the path that he's like, oh, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I'm like, why, bro? 9 to 5 is cool. Why don't you want to work a 9 to 5? And then he would sell me. Is I mean, like, oh, do you think the real estate is going to have the freedom? That's like me putting words in his mouth. Mid-level salespeople, they're like that.
Real estate is gonna have that.
You know, like level 1, they tell them, yeah, bro, real estate doesn't have the freedom. Level 2 is like, do you think the real estate is going to have the freedom? The level 3 is like, I mean, why don't you just go with real estate? Or are you looking into this? Oh, because real estate doesn't have the freedom. You see how much more powerful that becomes?
I'm hoping eventually it does. Because I think you can start.
And then
once
he
you get,
starts
you can start more
defending
like
the
an
other
agent
side
type role,
when I
or an
ask
investment
that.
type role. And so I'm hoping that eventually that I'll be able to do that.
Yeah. How long does it take to get to that place?
It does take a lot of years in the game. For sure. I'm hoping to compress time.
Yeah.
You know, get there faster. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. I get it. And I guess next thing is like, why do you want to start now? Because your school is starting.
See, the whole part was like unnecessary. I should have been like, okay, cool, bro. Like, instead of the real estate, I should have just went into this. Okay, bro, I mean, you can work with 20 hours if you promise me that you're committed, which you told me you are, right? Yes, I'm really committed. Then, let me ask you this, like, your school is starting in a month, so why do you want to even start now? See, I'm getting them to sell me again.
Right?
Yeah, I did just start. Yes, sir.
So why do you want to do it now and not in like 2 years?
I think because I'm ready again. I'm trying to like compress time to get where I want to be. I really enjoy business. So it's really like you asked me like I mean, what am I gonna do with that extra time? You know what I mean? Like there's not a whole lot else that I enjoy doing more than learning about business. So it's like it's free time, bro.
I like it. So pretty much you're ready to start right now. You're not gonna. Yeah. Okay. You're not gonna be like, hey man, I don't have time. Let's do it in next year. You're not one of those guys.
No, sir.
See, I'm labeling him and I'm building an enemy. Oh, you're not one of those guys that's like, oh, let me go think about it. Are you? No, I'm not. I'm gonna start right now. So guess what happens at the end of this call? He's not gonna be like, you know what? Let me start next year when I drop the price, right?
Okay.
Handling this.
Why do you want to do this mentorship with Preacher?
Now, why do you want to do this? You want to do it. You want to do it now. Why?
I've seen him in the rooms with Andy Elliott, Sabri Subi.
Oh, you know Sabri Subi?
Sabri, yes, sir. I read his book. I bought his book off Amazon. Read it in a day.
Is it good? I haven't read his book.
It's good. It's his I'm like my brain is losing. It's his big marketing book. The one that he's like
I know.
promoting.
Sell like crazy.
That's what it is. Yes, sir. Sell like crazy. Yeah. I read that book in a literal day when I bought it off Amazon. But basically, to get back to the point, I've seen the rooms that he's in, and again, it's the network. It's the skills that he has. That's really really interesting to me.
Sounds like networking is a big thing to you.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Bro, honestly, like this usually takes me like 20 to 30 minutes, but I think but I know one when I see one. I think you're a good fit. You showed up on time. I know you texted Breeder before. You texted me, so you're coming.
Well, I texted David, but yes, sir. All right.
You texted Breeder too. You told me like you talked to him on DMs.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be so real. I thought that was an AI chatbot.
Really?
I was like, there's no way this guy has 35,000 followers and was just responding to me.
Bro, he sometimes does that. Because bro, he's in Europe right now. The least he can do is check his DMs and text people, bro. Come on,
Yes,
you
sir.
know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Breeder told me he told you to show up on time, and you showed up. Man of your word, I like it. You're coachable, you like business. So is there anything else you feel like I need to know?
Now I just go into transition. 15 minutes. Now later I became friends with Christian and he was telling me that the part that I said you have what it takes and everything, it really built him up. It gave him confidence. Remember guys, you need to build the buyer. You need to change their life. You need to build a new identity.
I don't think so, sir. I think I think the big negative was it's just my class schedule.
No problem.
From 2 to 6. And I just wanted to be honest about that because I didn't want you taking on and having me drop that bombshell on you when you were planning to have me show up at 3 p.m. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What time zone are you in?
Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, then you're gonna make it to the group coaching calls too. So bro, get the pen and paper. I'm gonna walk you through the program.
Yes, sir.
And bro, at the end of this, I want you to tell me yes or no. You know, I don't like people when they say maybe. And
Yes or no, friend. Pretty simple. Maybe it's just being polite. Just tell me yes or no. Because you would be surprised how many people they're on the edge and they just tell yes and get started. Or instead of them telling you, yeah, maybe, let me think about it, and they never call you back, they tell you no on the call, and you get the opportunity to talk to them and handle the objection of why they don't want to do it. And even if you don't close them, you see why they didn't close, and you can improve on the next call.
This is the inner circle, right? So if everything makes sense, will you tell me yes and we get started?
Yes, sir. I mean, also, it depends on the price point as well.
Yeah. No, but if everything makes sense, we make the finances work, everything makes sense for you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
just me getting.
And if you didn't like it, tell me no hard feelings, like all good.
No, I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate
got
that.
you. So there's going to be, bro, 4 pillars.
And I then going to like, yeah, bro. I mean, finances make sense, right? You're gonna pay us 6K, and then you're gonna make 10K a month. No, I'm like, okay, yeah. If everything makes sense, do you want to do this? Like, will you tell me yes? He's like, yes. Now, if it gets to the end and he starts giving me price objections, I'm like, cool. I mean, that aside, you want to do this, blah, blah, blah. Right? And then I would make the finances make sense.
To basically give you the sales skill sets you
Now,
want,
this is my
the
pitch.
mentorship you want, the community you want.
3
and
steps
then
to
fight
get you
the
from
amount of
here
time
to
it takes.
here.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So
What he
first
told
thing
me about.
is the skill set. So write down 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, I got it.
Well, first thing is the
Write
skill
down
set, right?
compliance.
One of the most important things is the skill set to make the money to get to where you want to be. So
And I'm using his words to show him what we do, right? He's like, I want to learn the skill set. I'm like, yeah. Most important thing is the skill set. So that's the first thing we're gonna do.
well, I don't know how much you know Bridger, but this guy has done like 5-6 million himself,
Yes, sir.
right? So he's going to, and you seem like you're coachable. You told me you're coachable, right?
Absolutely. So I literally want to learn. That's why I read all these books.
Bro. So think of it this way, bro. He's going to like take all the experience, all the trial and error, and he's going to like download it onto you.
Yes, sir.
Now, once you know everything like the back of your hand, you're really good at sales. We have a certification call where you do a test with us. It's either going to be with me or one of our coaches. And if you think you're ready, we give you a thumbs up and you get a certificate, which basically means that like Bridger gave you a thumbs up. So if you go to like, if you see Andy Elliott and you're like, oh, I'm one of Bridger's students, he's going to recognize you. That's what
Yes,
you're going to get. Pillar number 1. What questions do you
See,
have?
he told me Andy Elliott.
I mean,
in
that
this
seems
salary.
pretty quick.
I'm like, Andy Elliott is going to recognize you. A status.
Good to me.
Nice. So pillar number 2 is the placement. So after you have the skill sets, obviously, think of it this way, bro. Good analogy I like to use. We're going to make you an F1 driver and we want to put you in a nice car. We don't want you to put you in a...
Analogies are super high level. I would definitely use it, whatever you're studying, come up with analogies. But I wouldn't say, oh, here's an analogy. I would say, oh, like, think of it this way, bro. And then just go in the analogy.
shitty company, right? So Bridger is going to go to people in his network and he's going to be like, yo, this guy, I trained him. I think he's a good fit for your company. I know you're looking for a closer. You should hire him. And they're going to hire you like that. You're not going to have a problem getting hired because they trust Bridger. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And bro, to be honest with you, like, this is a huge thing in making money as a remote closer. Like, important. I would rather be a, like, 5 out of 10 closer in a 10 out of 10 company than a 10 out of 10 closer in a 5 out of 10 company.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And, yeah, bro, pretty simple. That's the second pillar. What questions do you have on that?
Makes sense, yes sir, yes sir. Makes sense, yes sir, yes sir. After each pillar. I'm like, what question you have?
So,
To see
in
if
terms
we
of,
know
like, so in terms of placement, like, where have been, I mean, just out of curiosity, where are some of the places people have, I know you said adspend.com.
Adspend.com, really good one. I don't know if you know Brian Moncada, but like, bro, I met Cole Gordon there, Jeremy Mine. I don't know if you know those guys. Jordan Belfort. So Adspend.com is a good one. Do you know John Madsen?
I don't. I'm probably not as deep into like all the names. I know all the big ones like Hormozian Brunson and all that.
Yeah. So I mean, those guys aren't selling like anything like the online.
Again, here, instead of answering, I would be like, cool, bro, yeah. I mean, is there any, like, reason you're asking? Is there any sort of company you want to work for specifically? It's like, yeah, I really like to work for a company in this industry. I'm like, yeah, cool, we have people in that industry. That's it.
They have a different thing themselves. They have their own thing.
Sniper.
But yeah, bro, like John Madsen, Chinobody, Adspend.com, Arc Crypto, Flow. You know Flow Research Collective?
Yes, sir. Actually, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Ryan Doris. That was a good company. But let me show you something. Since you don't know.
I'm just building up certainty, right?
I'm gonna go to YouTube. My screen. They're doing like 20.
For the
For the
for,
companies you work
I don't know how
with.
to
go on Instagram actually. I saw you.
Really?
You had some pretty sick gym pics, man. I saw your stories. Sick.
Thank
But yeah, I'm really passionate about fitness and all that. And so I would say if there was an area that I would probably be good at, I know the terminal. I'm big into fitness.
Yeah, that you were going to be working with.
I mean,
And I asked the question, but I could have just asked it earlier. I mean, if it was me right now, I could have probably closed this call in 15 to 20 minutes.
I would be honest. I'd be fine working wherever. I'm big into fitness.
Yeah.
But I followed you on Instagram actually. I saw you.
Really?
You had some pretty sick gym pics, man. I saw your stories. Sick.
Thank you.
but yeah, I'm really passionate about fitness and all that.
Super cool.
And so I would say if
guy.
there was an area that I'd be good at, I know the terminology there.
I like
Um,
it. I mean, we have a process, like a specific process to find the best like offer for you.
I would be like,
your
cool.
interest,
Yes, sir.
your personality, your skills. That's the whole thing. I'll walk you through it after. But yeah, fitness is it's a good one. It's a huge one. Okay, what other questions on the second pillar?
I think that's all. Can you remind me the second one so we can write it down?
Placement,
Placement, yes, sir.
vehicle.
Placement vehicle. Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
I got you. So third thing is mentorship and coaching. We kind of touched on this before, so you're gonna have access to Bridger one-on-one, right?
Yes, sir.
Don't text him at like 4 p.m. and expect him to text you right away, but like,
Oh,
I want to say 4 a.m.
yeah, but he takes you back. We have 3 group coaching calls a week, small group coaching calls a week, and you're gonna have access to like over one.
And the reason I said don't text at 4 a.m. and try to get back is just to make it more believable, believability based, right? If I say, yeah, every time you text us, we're gonna answer in 1 hour, the guy is like, that's a bit fishy. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, don't expect us to answer you right away, but we are going to answer. Makes it way more believable, right? Or, for example, if I say, yeah, bro, you're gonna make 10K a month. Or instead, if I say, bro, don't expect to make 100K a month, I'm just gonna tell you that, but you're gonna make 10K a month. It just makes it more believable.
120 hours of coaching calls, recorded sales calls Bridger has done, and the course content.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice. What questions do you have on that?
No, that's great. I love the idea of the coaching calls for sure. I'm definitely will dive deep into that.
And the time for the coaching calls is 4 p.m. PST, so it's going to be 7 your time.
Yes,
So
sir.
you're gonna make it, right?
Yes, sir. Wait, can you repeat that time one more
You're
time?
gonna make it,
7,
right?
7 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, yeah. I'll be 7
You're
p.m.
gonna-
Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm good for that.
Nice. And the fourth thing, and I think this one's going to be huge for you too, based on the things you told me, is the community, bro.
Networking.
Bro, you won't find this community anywhere else. You won't. Like we're meeting up this weekend with some of the guys in Vancouver. Now you're in Virginia. I don't think there are anyone there. But bro, we do meetups. We meet each other. We're close friends. Even if like we don't see each other in person, we talk on the phone together every day. Bro, like everyone looks like you, bro. Everyone, we are like 18 to 25, right? We all love
Yes, sir.
fitness. We all like to learn sales. We all like to make money.
Yes, sir.
So and you're gonna have one person like assigned to you as your battle buddy. I'm gonna introduce you guys first thing right after this call, and you guys are gonna talk to each other every day. And I'm gonna check on you. You're gonna keep each other accountable, practice together, and go through the certification together.
Yes, sir.
Nice. What thoughts do you have on that?
I think you explained everything really well. Thank you.
Nice one. I like it. So, how do you feel about the process?
It makes a lot of sense to me.
Temp check. How do you feel about the process? Makes a lot of sense to me, see? I'm like, okay, he's gonna close.
It makes a lot of sense for sure.
Nice. Nice. From 1 to 10. Like 1 being you don't like this, you wanna block Bridger. 10 being this is gonna get you to the this is gonna get you networking and the sales skills.
Making
like,
jokes.
where you're at.
You know.
No, I mean probably 9 or 10 for sure. So for sure. I mean, yeah, yes, sir.
Nice. Why?
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 Getting
I
him
mean,
to
the
sell
process
himself.
is laid out very very clearly. I love that. I love that idea. I think I'm trying to think of things in terms of other questions I might have, but I think you laid everything out really clearly for sure.
Awesome. So 9, 10 out of 10. No questions. Where do you wanna go from here?
Giving them control or illusion of control, right? Cool. I mean, you told me everything makes sense. You want to do this. What do you want to do now? I say, oh yeah, I want to get started. You know, you see, that's more powerful instead of I'm like, okay, bro, you're 10. Get your credit card out. Let's get ready.
I mean, I'd be down to discuss pricing with you.
Right. Awesome.
Come on.
So
That's the main point for me
yeah,
for sure.
next steps. Okay. So real pretty simple. We go over the investment right now. I'll do the enrolling, and then I'll book you a one-on-one onboarding call where we give you access to everything. So for everything, the coaching, the mentorship, the community, placement, getting you to essentially 5-10K a month, mastering closing, it's just gonna be a payment of 6K.
See, I'm telling him to get you to 10K a month, it's just gonna be 6K. Instead of rookie sales support, they're like, okay, yeah, pricing. The pricing is 6K. I know, for this, and that, getting you from here to here, blah, 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 it's 6K.
US.
Okay.
Yeah.
6K.
And then Christian Rooker, he's like, okay, 6K. And here's the payments. So 5K here, Christian Rooker. And yeah. Thank you for watching this. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe and follow my IG. And you might be thinking, oh, that was really easy. Yes, it's supposed to be easy. If you're good at what you do, everything flows really smoothly. And yeah, follow for more. Thank you for watching again. Bye.